Hi everyone, and welcome back. In this video, we're going to go through and create a key pair as well as a security group for our EC2 instance. Let's get started. Let me get out of your way here and let's open up a web browser and go ahead and log into our AWS account. Up here at the top, we can search for EC2 and we'll see that pops up here underneath services, EC2 virtual servers in the cloud. Let's go ahead and click on EC2. And what we want to do is we want to set up a key pair. So in this left-hand menu, if we scroll down, it's underneath Network and Security and click on Key Pairs. Now we'll have the ability to create a key pair here. If we click on this button, we can give the key pair a name, and I'll call this video underscore FC6A plus underscore key pair. Okay. For the key pair type, we'll choose RSA. For the private key file format, we'll choose PPK, and this is for use with a software package called Putty. What this key pair is going to let us do is this is going to generate a private key file that we can use in this software called Putty that will allow us to log into our EC2 instance. Okay. So this is just allowing us to create a secure communication path. So let's go ahead and click on Create Key Pair. And you'll see by default, it automatically goes ahead and downloads that file for us. We're going to need it later, so that's a good thing. All right. The next thing we can do is create a security group. So again, if we go underneath the Network and Security tab, click on Security Groups, and click on Create Security Group here on the top right. We can give this group a name. And again, I'll call this video underscore FC6A plus underscore SG for security group. You can name it whatever you like. We'll give it a description. We'll say this is my security group. And the VPC, this is a virtual private cloud. This is something that's created for you automatically whenever you created your AWS account. So this is the default one that was created. We don't need to make any changes. We can use that. That's fine. So let's scroll down just a little bit. And we've got inbound rules and outbound rules for this security group. So what we define here will allow or deny what's able to get into our instance and what's able to come out of our instance. Okay. So the first rule that we want to set up is let's set up one for that Putty software that we were talking about. And in a later video, we will go and download, install, and configure that. But first, while we're here, let's go ahead and set up a rule for that software. Okay. So underneath of type here, if I click on custom TCP, I want to scroll down and change that to SSH. Putty will use a secure shell to be able to let us log into our instance. So that's why we'll select SSH here. For the port range, again, the only option we have, it's grayed out, it's defaulted to 22. That's the port that it uses, which is fine. Underneath of source here, let's click on this custom and come down and select my IP. Okay. So this is my public IP address of my computer. This dialog box has the ability just by selecting that to go out and find that. What this is saying now is only my computer, the computer with this IP address, can access the instance over SSH. Okay. All right. While we are here, let's go ahead and add a rule for Node-RED. Okay. Click Add Rule. This kind of rule is going to be a custom TCP rule. It's going to use port 1880. Okay. This is just the port number that Node-RED uses. Again, here underneath source, if I click on custom, I'm going to set this up so that only Node-RED running on my only my computer can access Node-RED on this instance. Okay. If you were going out and doing this in a real world application, you may want to go out and specify actual addresses that can access this, actual IP addresses. Okay. But for this application, we're going to just lock it down so that only my computer can access this instance over port 1880. All right, that's good. As far as the outbound rules, what can get out of the instance, by default, it's allowing all traffic. That's okay. I'm not going to make any modifications to that. And if I scroll down a little further, I can click on Create Security Group. And that will go ahead and create the security group for me. So we'll end the video here. In the next video, what we'll cover is how to create an actual EC2 instance, and we'll apply the security group to that. So thanks for joining us, and we hope to see you in the next video.